All right, this lesson is called Translations. This is next up with the transformations units. A translation to vertically or horizontally slide a figure. So a translation is simply a slide of the figure. Symbolic form, you take your ordered pair XY, and we're either going to add or subtract something to the X's, and we're going to do the same thing for the Y's. They like to use an H to what you're going to subtract to the X's, and they're going to use a K to see what you're going to add or subtract from the Y's. Whereas the H represents the horizontal shift, and the K represents the vertical shift. All right, on this front page, I'm only going to do numbers 1 and 2, and I'll spend some more time on the back side. But I think once you see 1 or 2 examples, you're going to be just fine with this section here. All right, just like the reflections unit, first thing you want to do is graph the original point. So go ahead and graph P, Q, R, S, T. Let's see. Q is back 6, down 1. R is back 3, up 1. S is over 1, down 5. And T is back 2, down 7. Connect your points. All right, second step, figure out what is the translation. In this case, we're going to add 5 to the x coordinate, and then we're going to add 7 to the y coordinate. So go to the original points. You're going to add 5 to the x's, and you're going to add 7 to the y's. So negative 6 and 5 is negative 1. Negative 1 and 7 is 6. Go to the r's. 5 and negative 3 is 2. 7 and 1 is 8. Go to the s's. 1 plus 5 is 6. Negative 5 plus 7 is 2. Last point, the t. Negative 2 plus 5 is 3. And negative 7 plus 7 is 0. Graph the new points, and you are done. Q prime is back 1, up 6. R prime is over 2, up 8. S prime is over 6, up 2. And T prime is over 3, up 0. Connect your points. And there it is. And if you check out the image, guys, it doesn't change shape or size. We just slid it to the right 5 and up 7. So each point went right 5, up 7. Number 2, graph the originals, C, D, and E. C is over 2, down 1. D is over 7, down 4. E is over 4, down 6. Connect your points. Second step, where is the translation? We're going to subtract 3 from the x's, and we're going to add 8 to the right. So each of the points are going to go to the left 3 and then up 8. Mathematically, subtract 3 from the x's, add 8 to the y's. All right, so 2 and negative 3 is negative 1. Negative 1 and 8 is 7. Go to the d's. 7 and negative 3 is 4. Negative 4 and 8 is 4. Last point, the e's. 4 and negative 3 is 1. Negative 6 and 8 is 2. So each of the points, you're going to go left 3 and up 8. C prime, back 1, up 7. D prime, over 4, up 4. and E prime is over 1 up 2. And then just kind of check to see if you did it right. Take the pre-image points, and all you did was you went back 3, up 8. Back 3, up 8. Back 3, up 8. If you would like to check numbers 3 through 6, you can check that from the key on the Google Classroom, second page. All right, so for number 7 and 8, guys, they want you to write a rule. In other words, how are they getting from the pre-image points to the image points? So you just got to pick one of the points to work with. In this case, I'm going to choose a point D. So I got to figure out how am I getting from the pre-image point to D prime here. Remember, it's horizontal movement first, and then it's vertical after that. So to get the D prime, I have to go over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I have to go up 1, 2, 3, 4. So I went to the right 7, and I went up 4. So the original point, let's call it XY. Remember, I had to add 7 to the X's, and then I had to add 4 to the Y's. So it looked like this. X plus 7, comma, Y plus 4. I went to the right 7, and I went up 4. And it works for each of the points. Even if I took the point E, if I went to the right 7 and up 4, same thing. F to F prime, right 7, up 4. So it works for any of the points. Just pick one to work with, and you'll get the same answer. For number 8, I will use the point P. So how do I get from P to P prime? In this case, I have to go back, and then I have to go up. So how far back do I have to go? I have to go back 1, 2, 3, 4. And I have to go up 1, 2. So subtract 4 from the X's, add 2's to the Y. So the original point, XY, the translation would be X minus 4, Y plus 2. To save time for numbers 9 through 12, this is it's a double transformation, guys. And I'm only going to use one of the points 3 points that they give us to save some time here. If you can translate one point, then you can obviously translate the other points as well. So for 9, 10, 11, and 12, I'm just going to use one of the points. And in number 9, I'm just going to use the points X, where is that negative 3, 7. So first step, go ahead and graph the original points. X is back 3, up 7. That's the original. Now, the first transformation, they want you to do reflection in the x-axis. Remember, the x-axis is this line right here. So once again, I'll highlight it for you. And just like we did in the last section, we're just going to count boxes. All right, so how far is x away from the x-axis? Well, this is 7 spots this way. So I got to go 7 spots this way. And then label it x prime. First translation, done. X prime is back 3, down 7. Back 3, down 7. Now, to get the second transformation, I have to take the new point, x prime, which is at negative 3, negative 7, and my translation says, hey, you got to add 9 to the x's, and you got to add 2 to the y's. So let's call the third point x double prime. And remember, I have to add 9 to the x's and add 2 to the y's. So 9 and negative 3 is 6. 2 and negative 7 is negative 5. So x double prime is over 6, down 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Label it x double prime, and you are done. If I made you do the other points, it would be the same exact thing. There is your double transformation. Number 10, let's just do the point Q. Graph the original. Q is over 2, down 1. All right, the first transformation is, hey, do a reflection in the line y equals x. Remember, this is the one where we just have to flip the points. And recall from last lesson, y equals x is a line that goes up to the right. And there's a highlighted line for you guys. All right, so for this guy, just flip the points. So 2, 1 would become negative 1, 2. And we'll graph it. So I have to, for q prime, go back 1, up 2. Back 1, up 2. Part A done. Part B, translation. Hey, take the new points. Your translation is to subtract 3 from the x's and subtract 7 from the y's. So let's call this q double prime. Negative 3 and negative 1 is negative 4. Negative 7 and 2 is negative 5. So q double prime, go back 4, down 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Q double prime, and you are done. Number 11, let's work with the point L. That point is back 2, up 7. And your first transformation is, hey, you're going to do a translation first. We're going to add 6 to the x's, and we're going to subtract 8 from the y's. All right, so negative 2 and 6 is 4. 7 and negative 8 is negative 1. All right, got the point. L prime is over 4, down 1. First transformation, done. Next one says, hey, do a reflection in the y-axis. Remember, y-axis is your vertical line on the graph. And all we're going to do is count boxes. How far is L prime from the y-axis? It is 1, 2, 3, 4. So go 4 the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Label that L double prime. And then on the right-hand side here, let's label that point. L double prime would be back 4, down 1. Done. Last one, number 12. Let's work with the point G. G is back 1, up 6. First transformation is a translation. We got to add 7 to the x's and subtract 5 from the y's. All right, so 7 and negative 1 is 6. 6 and negative 5 is 1. So graph the points, G prime over 6, up 1. First transformation, done. Second one is a reflection in the line y equals negative 3. Remember, these are horizontal lines. Go to the y-axis, and at negative 3, draw a horizontal line. 1, 2, 3. That's where I'm going to draw my horizontal line. And once again, we just got to count boxes from the last point. So how far is G prime from the line y equals negative 3? It is 1, 2, 3, 4. Count 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is G double. On the right-hand side here, let's tell where that point is at. And that point would be over 6, down 7. And that is it for translations.